Hello and welcome to this video on modelling our catapult trajectory with Quadratics in Excel. We should have our data sort of set up like this, okay? So say for example I've got my fulcrum height 3 and I've extracted all of the coordinates, alright? So obviously it's launched at 0, 0. Here's its highest point. It's 9 centimeters across and has a vertex of 25. And here's two other random coordinates and their corresponding horizontal distance and vertical distance. So what we do is we highlight the data points. Okay, so I don't want you to include any of the text, just the numbers. We press insert, we go to this dotted one here for a scatter plot, and we'll just select it without the dots to begin with. Okay, we've got the chart there, the data is still behind the chart. What we're going to do is click on a data point and right click on it, click add trend line, and we could use a number of models to describe it. We're investigating quadratics. So a quadratic is a type of polynomial and it has an order of 2. So that's the curve there, and the other thing we're going to click is display equation on chart. Okay, so this is the equation that we're going to use a bit later on when we're describing its trajectory. Obviously the curve doesn't describe these exact data points, but it approximates them. It approximates them for us. So something we'll explore. So what we want to do is develop a equation like we have here that describes the trajectory for the different variable that we're investigating. Okay, in this circumstance I've got fulcrum height 3, so then you'd have another equation for fulcrum height 5, another equation for fulcrum height 7. Fantastic, we find those equations. In the next part, we're going to be looking at our findings. So our purpose is to investigate how the variable affects its maximum height and how it affects its maximum horizontal distance travelled. So say for example here, if I have a fulcrum height of 3, its maximum height was 10 centimetres, and it travelled horizontally a total of 20 centimetres. Okay, fulcrum height 5. Okay, so this is the you'll insert your data here, but we will see some sort of trend. Okay, so again I'm going to highlight all of those data points, and we'll insert a scatter plot as we did previously. Now what we have on the x-axis here is the fulcrum height. Okay, so we can see when we have a fulcrum height of 3. How does that affect the blue? The blue series in this circumstance is the height, and the orange series is the horizontal distance. And basically what we can see is as the fulcrum height increases, so too does its maximum height and its horizontal distance. Okay, which is what we expect as well. So fantastic, we're seeing a trend that we would expect. So they're the two things you sort of need to begin with, okay, and then we can really start looking at how we analyse that.